Hey everyone, Will Hankey here again. So today we're going to talk all about how to build and maintain a strong online presence for your window treatment or awning business. So the first step, and I've said this on a lot of different videos, is to create a stunning website. The website is the hub of everything you do. So without a strong website, you're going to have a hard time getting a lot of the other pieces to work. Ultimately, people come to your site, look around, click the About Us, learn a little bit more about your business before they make that decision. So make sure that the website is built in a way that has the audience in mind. So a lot of business owners, when they build their first website, they'll put a lot of stuff about you on the website. But in reality, you should think more about who your audience is and what problems your products or service solve for them, and then create content around that. Another thing you should do is optimize the site for mobile. Make sure that you understand that there are people using your website in different ways on different sizes, screens, and different devices, and that it looks good on all of those devices. Along those lines, make sure it has a clear call to action or an obvious next step. No matter where somebody's at through your website, go to two different pages, scroll halfway down and see if there's a call to action there. And if there isn't, get those things fixed. Number two is to leverage search engine optimization, or SEO. Obviously, this is a very important piece of everything you do. Starting to show up better in the search results for phrases related to your industry are just going to help you get more eyeballs on your brand, which obviously means more leads for you. Don't forget to mix in the right keywords along, the website as you're doing it, but be careful not to do anything called like keyword stuffing, which is just trying to put a whole bunch of keywords in there just to get Google's attention. They're on to that. So don't do that. But where it sounds natural, use those different words along the way. We also recommend using or building some location specific pages on your site. So make sure that you're always mentioning your location, the major city that you're trying to rank high for, and then some of the smaller municipalities that make the most sense, or maybe they're the most affluent areas that you want more business in. Lastly, don't forget to optimize your Google business profile. That's a big piece of SEO. You have to have a strong website that's sending the right SEO signals to Google in order for them to start showing you in the Google Maps or the Google Pins, whatever you want to call that. So definitely don't forget about that step. Number three, engage on social media. One of the things Google looks at is your social media presence. There's nothing worse than somebody coming to your site and thinking about doing business with you and then clicking on your Facebook page only to find that your last post was 2.5 years ago. So engage on social media, get in there and do some posts, whether that's behind the scenes or a new project that you just got done installing, or maybe a before and after. People seem to love those as well. Don't forget to use Instagram and Pinterest because they're very visual platforms as well. I mentioned consistent posting. Make sure that you're staying consistent with that. And then as you get followers to start to like things or comment on things, make sure that you're replying to those and keeping that engagement going the best that you can. Number four is all around managing online reviews. We know the impact of reviews is great, and we also know that it's hard to get those reviews sometimes. So be consistent about asking for reviews when you finish an install, and try your best to get them to do it while you're standing there in their living room or wherever it happens to be. It's the best time to get a positive review. Encourage feedback. Ask them, what did we do right? Is there anything we could have done a little bit better? And make sure you respond to all the reviews that you get, the good ones and the bad ones. Obviously, we hope you get a lot of good ones, but make sure you respond to those. One little tip you can do is copy the review into ChatGPT and ask it to help you craft a reply so that every reply doesn't sound exactly the same. That's a great way to go about that. Number five is all around creating valuable content. And the key word here is valuable. Creating content just for the idea of creating content, waste of your time. You need to create something that really helps the visitor to your website or the viewer of your video, helps them solve something. that is the best way to go about considering creating content, whether, like I said, that is a blog post, a video tutorial, maybe a tour of your store, anything like that. Another idea is a style guide. Create style guides that people could download and understand and review before they engage with your business. Number 6 is all around using email marketing. So you're doing all this work to build up your list, and then you're not reaching out to them. We recommend that you definitely stay connected with your audience, with past clients, with people that maybe didn't even become your client or customer, but they did reach out at some point. Stay top of mind to them, and maybe once a month, send out a newsletter. On the newsletter, make sure to provide some value and not just make it a sales pitch for the readers. The whole idea here is just to stay top of mind and be the subject matter expert when they get to the point where they want to engage with your business. Obviously, don't forget around segmentation, which gets a little bit into the weeds, but this is really important. If people have raised their hands about certain products, don't send them stuff about other products that they aren't interested in. Send content to them about things that they're interested in, obviously. So definitely work on providing value in your email marketing, and it will benefit you. Couple of last comments about maintaining a fresh online presence. Regular updates, very important. Make sure to keep your website updated. Make sure you're adding fresh content on a regular basis. This will help Google understand that your site is not stale. Your business is not stale. A lot of business owners will buy a website, get a website put up there, and then not touch it for a year or two. You'd be better off putting up content on a very regular basis. Typically, that's through blog posts, additional product pages, maybe if you roll some new product line out, something like that. But make sure you're also being consistent about it. You need to be consistent. Keep that content coming at a regular pace, even on your social media. Same thing. Make sure that you stay consistent and make sure that the content has value. That's the really big piece here. So some next steps. Here's some action items that you can take. Audit your current online presence. There are plenty of tools out there. We even have a free audit that we can send to you to give you a good idea of what your online presence looks like now. And we'll link to that in the comment area below or in the description. Create a content calendar. There's a lot of these online that you can just download and be 80-90% of the way done. Have some sort of schedule. Every week, we're going to post something on Facebook about this. Every month, we're going to do a newsletter. Those kinds of things will only be easier to do if you have a content calendar already in place. And then lastly, kind of along the same lines, implement monthly strategies. Introduce a new strategy each month to keep the things going that you're doing now and just start to add a little bit more to it. And before you know it, your online presence will be very well done and people will contact you simply because they saw your stuff online. So I hope you have a great day. Build that blueprint for online success. Follow these different things, and we'll talk to you soon.